Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. It has been a minute. It's been a few days since I've seen you. I've missed you guys. It's been chaotic here. Like over the weekend, we did a lot of swimming and trying to enjoy the last few warm days we might have. But then yesterday, I had I left a message on my community tab. Hey, there won't be coffee and crime. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We had a dentist appointment. Well, then my oldest son got hurt at football and had to get 15 stitches last night. And so everything changed as far as our routine this morning, and I couldn't do it this morning. So I'm so sorry, you guys. That is why. Oh, MK, thank you for gifting those memberships. That's so sweet. Thank you. And good to see you. Katie, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Love you back. Thank you, Katie. Um, so that's why we weren't on earlier today. So I apologize, you guys. It's just been complete chaos. When your kids are hurt, it's just, yeah, it's no fun. It's very scary when your kids have an emergency at football practice and they call you, not the coach, which is also, I don't know, it's just a whole thing. It's been stressful, but here we are. Also, a couple other things. I want to say hello to you guys, but I just wanted to say a few things. So we don't have any mods here today, and that's because I'm just totally redoing the way that I do things here. There are several mods that don't ever come. There are many that come occasionally, but most of the time don't see them here. I'll see them more in other channels or whatever, which is fine. I want to redo things. I want to kind of remove the ones that don't come anymore. And I also want to I have a plan because I have certain things that I want to be able to talk to my mods about. Some of you guys I've talked to already behind the scenes, and we've talked about group chats and things like that. It won't be like this for long. I definitely am going to be adding most of them back, and I'm maybe be adding some to mod maybe the Patreon and the second channel. I don't know. I have a couple ideas swirling around of how I want to do this, but there are none here today, so nobody has a wrench, Little Red. Also, I want to be careful about I want to just have a place where I can talk. I don't know. So I want to be careful about the channels that we do drop and stuff here, and I think that at one point started to get kind of out of hand, but we've reeled it back. So from now on, I'll probably be the only one that does that. Just because I think it's important to have a certain set of standards. And yeah, I just would rather be the one that decides how we do that. Melissa and I were talking. Melissa is one of my best friends, and she doesn't even try to drop channels or won't mention her own channel or anything. I don't know. There has to be standards, especially there just has to be standards. It is what it is. I apologize, of how people might feel about that, but it is what it is. So that is that. No rules today. Hey, Claus, good to see you. MK, already said thank you, but hello. Good to see you. Hey, Punksy. Hey, Carol. Hey, Jenna. Neat. Sunshine Mafia. Hey, Edith. Riley, Curious Christine, B Crumbs, Cutie Pie, Mally, Edith. Wait, I said hi to you, Edith. Punksy, Riley. Hey, Amber. Lariah. Anybody that I missed? Adrian, you do you, boo-boo. Well, I just want to, like I said, I just want to be more thoughtful of all of that stuff. So, yeah. That's kind of my plan. Hey, Johnny, good to see you. That's my plan without a plan, because I don't really have a plan yet, but there's a plan developing. Hey, nope, not today. Hey, past. Oh, take a breath, girl. I know. I get so anxious because I don't want to be hurtful to anyone anyways. Hey, Sister Karen, by the way. but it's something that's important, and it's important to me to do it right. So, anyways, also, why would I have people register who don't even come ever? That's silly. And like at a certain point, you have to know that it's not really about hurting people's feelings at that point. It's just kind of common sense, but I still don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't know. It's a whole thing. So, my fat cat, hey, Music City Mom, just fell into the trash can. She got stuck. Oh, Lariah, thank you for being a member for 3 months. No plans are the best plans. There's a developing plan. But anyway, so today I wanted to get back. There's still a lot that we hadn't went through when it comes to some of the interviews and stuff in the case against Stephen Stearns. But, Grizzly had posted the interview with the person who called in the tip. And it got me thinking, and I started going back through all of my old stuff that I had saved from previous lives, because I remember going through the Facebook post of one of the people that called in a tip, and because there were two, I believe there were two, but there was someone who posted on Facebook and they had pictures of exactly where they saw Stephen in their post, and some other things, and I cannot find it. I've been searching Facebook and I've went back through all my old stuff. So I keep all the pictures that I'm going to use in a specific place. Like, let me show you guys. Let's see. So here, this is when I first started covering this case. Like, this is from Letitia's lawsuit. We were still doing the calls a lot then, but this is the first thing I can find. Harmony's trial, pictures of Harmony. And then we get to, I know that we talked about it before his arrest, but I guess I didn't have any pictures saved, because when my first pictures, I have him, the flyer they shared at the press conference, Kissimmee Police Department's post. So I cannot find this guy's post. But it just, because I was digging for that, I thought there are some things that I would like to look through from the beginning of all of this. So after we get through this interview, we will go through some of these pictures and stuff. Like, here's the flyer. Let me see. Notice, information requested. Stephen Stearns seen driving a silver Lincoln with this tag. He's believed to have had a flat tire and might have been seen changing it in this area. So we know that this media release, this press conference, is what prompted this guy who we're about to listen to call in. We've also looked at, in some of the files that have been released, short versions of what was said during this interview from the police perspective. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to listen first and then go through some of this. Can we get unemployment? Hey, Ava. It's all good, Alex. You're respected and cared for by your community. Make the best decision for you. Thank you, Neat. I appreciate you guys so much. And I appreciate your help. Don't get it wrong, get me twisted at all. Most of you guys have been just so amazing to me, so helpful, and I appreciate your help so much. And I hope that you'll still want to help. But there are several, when I started looking through, I had quite a few mods who haven't been here for a really long time. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but thank you, Lariah. Hey, Natasha, good to see you. Okay. Hey, Whippets and Windhounds. So that's what we're going to do. We'll come back to some of the things we were looking at in the beginning after this interview. But like I said, that is what police shared at the time, which prompted this person to call in. So I already have it pulled up over here. Now I have a link in the description of this video, and I'm about to drop it in the live chat right now. please check out Grizzly's channel. She drops lots and lots of stuff on many different cases. Punksy. Love the birds. We just have pollen. Grizzly does a great job, and I just appreciate her sharing everything that, she gets and all that kind of stuff with us. So let me go back just about to the 3-minute mark, I think it is. And I'm going to put the closed captioning on, and we're going to listen to this together and then go through some of the other stuff. Okay.
Are we taking you out of work?
I work for myself. So
Oh, okay. So you take your own breaks?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. The date is March 4th, 2024. Time is 3:09 p.m. We are at the Kissimmee Police Department, reference case number 24001896. Person present are myself, Detective Morris, Detective Smallwood, and what's your first name?
Thomas.
Thomas?
Yes, sir.
And last name?
Carris, Carris.
What's your phone number?
407.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear and affirm that the statement you're about to give is the truth, nothing but the truth, to the best of your knowledge, so help you God?
Yes, sir. So help me God.
All right, perfect. Put your hand down. All right, so we've talked a little bit on the phone that you called in information about a current investigation that the police are working. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you made that call, why did you call the police? Let me ask you that.
So I know I gave my information of what I saw that day to Crime Line.
Okay.
And they told me it was too vague.
Okay.
And so that's when I went out and took pictures of where I saw him.
How did you know that's what you were looking for?
I saw your guys' post that morning of the car and his face.
Okay.
And the car, where the spare tire.
I know y'all are going to kill me because I'm already wanting to do this, but I want to re-listen to just that last part.
Do you swear and affirm that the statement you're about to give is the truth, nothing but the truth, to the best of your knowledge?
Wicked West.
Yes, sir. So
All right, perfect. Put your hand down. All right, so we've talked a little bit on the phone.
So some of the things that I came across from the beginning of this investigation, though, I forgot. Remember they posted her on Instagram on accident. I mean, I know we've talked about this since it's happened, but barely. But that was a huge mistake. I'm sorry, but that should have never happened. Don't they have why was it on? I don't know. I have a lot of questions about it. I don't like it. And we're going to walk back down that lane, old memory lane, in just a second.
That you called in information about a current investigation that the police are working. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you made that call, why did you call the police? Let me ask you that.
So I know I gave my information of what I saw that day to Crime Line.
Okay.
And they told me it was too vague.
Okay.
And so that's when I went out and took pictures of where I saw him.
How did you know that's what you were looking for?
I saw your guys' post that morning of the car and his face.
Okay.
And the car, where the spare tire was and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
The spare tire was on the same exact side of that car and everything. It was a Lincoln that I passed on Hickory Tree. There's not much traffic that goes on in Hickory Tree, but there is, more picking up right now. So when I saw him on the side there, I kind of was whatever. That's a kind of convenient spot to break down, because it's kind of in a driveway, but it kind of sucks that you're kind of in the middle of nowhere,
Right.
Oh my gosh, the Nightbot isn't connected because I just dumped the whole entire box of wrenches, and you have to have Nightbot wrenched. Dang it. Well, yep, so that's the issue. Thank you, Natasha. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, I'm dumb, but yeah. Okay.
But I called that in the Crime Line, and they told me that I didn't have the license plate of his car because he was facing me, going towards Harmony.
Okay.
I was going away from Harmony, going towards St. Cloud on Hickory Tree.
Okay.
Old Hickory Tree, I'm sorry. So I called that into crime line. They told me I didn't have his license plate number and I didn't have his address exactly of where he was. So it was too vague and thank you, but have a good day. And they got up on me. So that's when I went and took the pictures of where I saw him.
So they didn't listen at first. And thank God he went and took these pictures. Now, we saw these pictures. Like, I know we went through them together and I cannot find them. I've, like, if you look actually here, is that I was looking before the live. I searched like Madeline Soto tip, Madeline Soto something else, and then white car, hoping that maybe that would pull up the post. But no. It didn't. So I don't know, but I know for certain that we went through because they posted these into either a Facebook group or just on their Facebook and they were shared online. Let me know if you remember that, like when we saw these pictures that he posted, that he took.
So I called that into crime line. They told me I didn't have his license plate number and I didn't have his address exactly of where he was. So it was too vague and thank you, but have a good day. And they got up on me. So that's when I went and took the pictures of where I saw him. When I came back, Osceola and St. Cloud were starting their search right off of Nolte and Old Hickory Tree near the mobile and the construction site. And there's an abandoned house on the left. So I pulled over and, there's traffic going, everyone's slowing down. But I flagged one of the sergeants over. He came over and I showed him the picture of where I saw him. And I showed him, like, I could show you the pictures too. It's the red shipping container because that's the best way I could explain it because there's no mailbox, there's no address. So the red shipping container is like where he was parked in front of that, that area. So he sent me down to the abandoned school that's on Old Hickory Tree. They do, I guess, their police training there for the past year. So he sent me into the second parking lot where I spoke to a investigator named Donna. I don't remember her last name, but I'm pretty sure it started with a C.
Sita?
That sounds about right. And I airdropped her the photos. And then an hour later, they were at that same exact spot saying this is where they found her.
Okay. All right. So you're from St. Cloud.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to, I don't want to assume, but
Wow, can you imagine? And Sean, you're right. Sean says most people would have dropped it at that. I did my civic duty. And you're 100% right. And I'm glad he didn't give up. I think Ava, somebody put that in a few minutes ago. Like, thank God he didn't give up. Yeah. And then, oh, Punksy, you've been a member for 33 months. Thank you. And much love back to you. And then Lariah, thank you for being a member for 3 months. No plans are the best plans. And then Christine, thank you for being a member for 3 months. I appreciate you guys so much.
Okay. Are you familiar with the St. Cloud area?
Yes, sir.
Have you grown up there and stuff like that? Yes. Okay. So Old Hickory Tree goes from, say, 192, where it passes Nolte, all the way back to 192.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I just lived off the corner of Old Hickory Tree with.
Just can't imagine how he must have felt like knowing that she was found right there.
My ex-fiance for the past 2 years now.
Okay.
So I lived a little bit past the fire station on that corner right there.
So you said you were coming from St. Cloud, the Harmony side.
Yeah, the Harmony side from Harmony coming back.
So it'd be going north.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Eventually be going north.
It goes south for a bit, but then moves back around to going north.
Okay. So when you come upon this guy changing his tire, okay, is as you're going north, is he on the left side of the road or right side of the road? Left side of the road. Okay. And you also mentioned there was a red shipping container. Was that shipping container close to the road, or?
It's in my opinion, it's more in the middle of the field, on the left-hand side of which we was parked. So I came around the corner and there's another little curve and then it's a little straightaway that we were on. Okay. That's where I saw him. He was by his driver door at that time and he had a hat like mine, but backwards, but it was like a yellowish, greenish, brown color, like light yellow, light green, brown.
Do you remember what color shirt he was wearing?
Black.
Okay.
I want to say he had blue jeans on, but I don't have much description of the jeans or the like shoes. Because when I got up to him, there was another car coming out on his side, coming towards us.
Mm-hmm.
He had a tire iron in his hand. There was no jack out that I could see. There was no other tire out that I could see. The spare tire was already on the car, and he had a tire iron out. And by then, and as I'm passing him, he squats down at the back rear tire where the spare tire is on with the tire iron. And as he squats, he looks up, and we make eye contact as I drive by him.
Oh my gosh. Maybe he was, I guess, still tightening the spare on, right? Wouldn't that be the only reason to still have that? The thing, I'm awful. I can't change a tire. I should know how to do that. That's probably not good at all, considering I drive all the time by myself. But yeah, I think that'd be the only reason. I've watched people change them, and I know that after you get the donut on, you of course have to tighten it up.
Okay.
And that's kind of how I knew it was him, because I had to slow down just because we're on a 2-lane road.
Okay.
I don't want to say the speed limit there is like 50, so I slowed down to about 40 when I passed him. So yeah, the eye contact is what really did it for me. Not only the silver car with the spare tire exactly where it was, but the eye contact.
Okay.
Yeah, you literally looked the devil in the damn face.
This is not the scale. So this is going to be Hickory Tree Road. So say the middle of the road. This is going to be going north the way you were traveling. Okay. There's little driveways that go each way, both into cattle fields or whatever. Okay.
Well, this side has bamboo. This is the side of bamboo where they found her.
Okay.
I took pictures facing towards this way, because that's where I saw him.
So I'm going to draw your car here. That's going to show you driving north.
Okay.
Okay. So just draw a square where his car was parked. Okay, and the front of his car is going to be on this side or that side? Okay. Now, can you draw an X where you saw him standing? Okay. And are you saying the spare tire was on this side, or that's where you saw him?
He was there right next to the spare tire.
Okay, was the spare tire
already on the car?
Spare tire was already on the car.
On the car. There's no other tire here. There's no jack to put up or jack stands to put under the car. He was just standing there with a tire iron. Well, kneeled down. He kneeled down by that point of me passing him, and looks at me. He has a tire iron in his hand too. Okay.
Okay. Was his trunk open or closed?
Closed. I didn't see anybody else in the vehicle either. So this kind of just left my mind until a few days later until I saw, the picture of him. And then I have the time from when I texted a client.
So Neat, I've thought about this. Neat says, I wonder how long it would have taken for them to find Maddie if he wouldn't have gotten a flat. Would she even, would she even be where she was if he wouldn't have gotten a flat? Or did he get because I don't know, like there's two ways to look at it. Either did he put her where he did because he got a flat tire and he was afraid, and so he wanted to get her out of the vehicle, or did he get the flat tire while he was putting her where he put her? He sounds young, very observant, Mally says. Girl Scouts used to have a program teaching young women how to change a tire. That's good, NYC baby boomer. They should. I can change one. I'm still going to wait for AAA. I did Girl Scouts, but not just for a couple years. So the flat was divine intervention. What do you guys think? Do you think which way? It's just our opinion. Obviously, we don't know. And he would have to, I suppose, fully confess to what happened to explain why he chose that spot. But Wicked West says, Alex, as a woman on the road by yourself, you must learn to change a tire or at least have AAA. So I do pay for Life 360, which comes with roadside assistance. So hopefully I'll just call them. Adrian, you guys are so silly. You always keep me on my toes. Right. Where was he intending on putting her? Was it there? Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she'd be there. He was going to bring her. Lisa, you're not two gators. I've heard other people, in that school of thought before. Hey, Sunday Doodles. AAA for my F-150. But like with, I don't know which way, but like with Gannon, divine intervention. Humanimal, good to see you. Hey, Mark, good to see you. I think he freaked out when he got the flat. He was headed somewhere else. I could definitely see that because obviously he would think, maybe a cop might pull over, check on me, whatever. But, he was really bold, just talking to security and stuff with her in the front seat. But I do think that's different than the fear of an officer showing up.
Because he was on Alligator Lake. That's why I was heading this way.
Okay.
I just left Harmony to go to Alligator Lake because it was at 1:20 when I texted him that I am 20 minutes away. I'm leaving, not that I'm leaving Harmony, but I am 20 minutes away.
Okay.
So when I saw the time frame of what you guys gave from 1:10 to 1:35, I'm like, this was definitely him.
Okay. What time? So if you,
I'm looking that up in the background. So
actually,
hold on.
Get rid of this. Can you just initial up here for me?
Mm-hmm.
And the day, which would be the 4th.
Today is
3. Yeah. So, all right. So you're saying you're leaving the Harmony area to go to a client's house on Alligator Lake, which is north of where this is.
Yes, sir.
You saw him. Okay. So what time do you think you passed when he was changing his tire?
All right, just a second. This isn't a long interview anyway, so I think that we should look into all of this stuff if we can. So, Alligator Lake, Google that, right? And then underneath you have Alligator Lake is a freshwater lake in Osceola County near Orlando, Florida. The lake is part of the Kissimmee chain of lakes. In addition to alligators, it is home to the largemouth bass, bluegill, bowfin, gar, and a sunfish. So if you look at the first couple descriptions, they don't actually say there are alligator in there. And I know that's I don't know, obviously there probably are, but, or else why would they call it that? But the first couple descriptions don't say that. But then if you look here, look at the reviews. Nice play area for children, but don't let them get close to the water. Dogs either. Maybe this Tom person was able to see an alligator there. I don't want to click on anything and lose our place, but yeah, alligator by a lake in Florida, Alligator Lake, where to see alligators in Florida. We have an alligator river not far from me and just a few minutes away. And there was a 12-foot alligator a few years ago. Actually, I was just telling you about this, B Crumbs, not long ago, that was hit by a car on the highway. And yeah, he was huge. They had pictures of it all over the newspaper. I think the Outer Banks, North Carolina, is as far north as alligators go, where I'm at. I don't know. Maybe they go into the very southern part of Virginia, but that's pretty close to here too. Okay. Did I even show you guys that, by the way, the Alligator Lake stuff?
So when I texted the client that I'm 20 minutes away.
Where were you when you texted this client?
I was in Harmony.
Okay.
And I was about to turn onto 192, or not about to turn onto 192. I was coming the wrong way through Harmony. And I was like, okay, I meant to stop at the gas station. So I went back through Harmony, stopped at the Sunoco there. And when I left the Sunoco is when I saw him. Okay. That Monday. So the Sunoco is right there in front of Harmony High School.
Okay.
So I can go back and kind of try to see what time I was at the Sunoco.
No, we'll worry about that.
Okay.
Did you get gas there or?
Hey, Alicia.
Or just go inside to get
I
something?
want to say I got a hot dog and a beer for later.
Okay. But you went inside to get that stuff.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Remember what you were wearing? I mean, I can pick you out from a.
I want to say I was wearing a bright green shirt with a this cap.
All right. So you left that Sunoco, went down to Hickory Tree. That's when you got on Hickory Tree to go north or to go to your next client.
Yes, sir. I turned at the light, got on 192, then hopped on the Hickory Tree going back.
Okay. So when you come out of Sunoco, to get to Hickory Tree, turn right or left?
You turn left.
Okay. Then how do you turn on the Hickory Tree from there?
You have to turn into the turning lane, and then you have to cross back over 192, like that are going.
So you're making another left.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. All right. So when you pass this guy, you come down to the set of officers. You see officers hanging out there as you're.
No, there's no officers there.
When did you find this search? Oh, so Wednesday is the one.
Yeah,
when you saw
Wednesday morning. No, it had to been when you guys were doing your search on Friday, because I had my son with me. I get my son on the weekends, so I had my son with me, and I want to say Friday morning is when I saw the post about the car and the picture of him, and that's when my heart sunk and I realized who it was. So when I called Crime Line, they hung up on me, told me too vague. I put my son inside the car seat, and then my friend lives right over on the corner from me, so I picked him up to come with me to go take pictures. And so I would say Friday. I have timestamps on my phone, says 3:45, 3:46.
Okay.
And then when I came back through is when I gave the photos.
Okay. So when you talked to Donna, obviously you provided a statement to her as well. I think she said she talked to you for a little bit.
She did talk to me, but I didn't write anything down for them.
Okay, that's fine.
The most she got was my first, last name, and my phone number.
Okay. But you airdropped the pictures of this area where you saw this guy.
Yes, I still have the three photos on my phone.
Is there any way that you could email me those photos?
Yeah.
You live by Deer Run?
Not anymore. I live off in Narcoossee now.
Is that the fire station you're referring to?
Yes. So when they were asking me questions about where exactly this is at, they're like, is it before Deer Run? Is it before Nolte? And I'm like, way after.
And you knew that because you're familiar with that area.
Yeah. I grew up in this area, and I've been going back and forth now. I've been doing work in Harmony for the past 3 to 4 years, mowing grass. I'm sorry, what's your email?
I wish I knew where those photos are, because I'm still searching in the background. Like, his name was Madeline's name on Facebook, trying to find that post that we looked at. Maybe it's been removed and that's why it won't pull up. But, he put the pictures on Facebook that he was given to police, and he wrote, I saw him here at this spot, and a description. It was like a big paragraph of many different things. I don't remember it all because it's been forever, but yeah, I just cannot find it. It's frustrating.
Facebook is Kissimmee.
KISSIMMEE.
Okay. Kissimmee.gov.
Gov, yeah. And I'm pretty sure Donna told me she already had the pictures and she was going to do what they do with them, but just so I have a record of them as well.
I got a couple questions.
Yeah.
Thomas, when you were driving by him, I know you said you slowed down a little bit.
Yes, sir.
It didn't come to a complete stop?
No, sir. There was no sense to. I did have the thought in my head about asking him if he needed help changing his tire, but there was no other spare tire. There was no jack. He just had the tire iron, and plus the new tire was on the car. So I'm like, man, got it.
Exactly.
And
how would you describe the way he looked? Did he look flustered, normal?
More, it had this scared face to him. Like it was just, and like the eyes, just more like a sadness to his eyes,
Wow.
So like I said, nothing.
He had a scared face to him. Yeah. Now we know why, which I'm just glad that stood out to this dude and that he's able to relay that. And that, I don't know. It's just frustrating. A sadness in his eyes. Oh, like what kind of sadness? I'm about to get caught for a bunch of sick shit I've been doing for years to this baby? No.
about it made it seem off to me, you know, just passing him. He seemed like somebody that just got broke down, you know. So, but then after later remembering everything, I'm like, no, he didn't even have spare tire, no jack, no car stand, like little car stands to be able to put the car down, anything like that. So that got me too.
But we do know that he did leave, like he did have a spare on, and I don't think that was on prior to, right? And I just think that this guy saw him at the end of changing the tire, and that's why there was no jack anymore or anything like that. But do you remove the jack before you're done tightening up the new, like the spare tire? Or do you wait and remove it when you're totally done? Don't you wait until you're totally done? Because, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Because if it's not on there tight, then you remove the jack. Couldn't it fall or mess it up or something? I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't there be a jack if he was even tightening up the... Like I told you guys, I don't know how to do that. So I have a lot of questions that probably don't make a lot of sense. Let me just press
so now it kind of just replays that she might have been in that trunk as I pass. And then it also replays that she was right behind me when I'm taking the photos of the storage container, saying he was parked right here. I did just email the...
Okay, perfect.
Was he only by the car when you saw him?
Yeah, he was only by the car. They're saying address not found.
Oh, you put 3 M's.
Oh, hold on. My bad.
Thank you, Agent.
What'd you ask?
If he was only by the car?
Yes, sir. I only saw him by the car. There was another vehicle approaching us on his side going towards Harmony. And I believe that was a black, newer Expedition. But I'm not too sure between the Expeditions and the Explorers, or the Explorers actually is what you guys drive. So it was an Expedition because...
Lisa, we don't actually know, exactly the order of events when it comes to the tire being changed, when it went flat. Was it while he was putting her somewhere? Is that why he put her somewhere? That's kind of what we were discussing a minute ago. Like, I don't know. I think it makes more sense that maybe he got a flat and then he decided just to put her there instead of maybe somewhere else he had planned.
It was like a 4-door bigger box truck.
I can't imagine why he would.
I know you said the trunk was closed. Were any of the other doors open?
No, I only saw him open his well, not open it, but I saw him close his driver door. So I don't know if he exactly just got there whenever I made that turn or not. But I saw him close his driver door when I was approaching him, and he was walking towards the back of the car. And by the time I got to him, he was kneeling and looking at me when I was driving by him.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure you already said it, but I'll ask again. Did you see anyone else with him?
No, sir. I didn't see anybody inside the vehicle.
Well, I can't remember now because we've listened to so much, but I do remember either him or his dad talking about how the tire was like completely destroyed, like it peeled off, basically. I don't know the words they use, but that it was completely destroyed.
I didn't really get a good look in the windows, but I did not see anybody else, like their head or anything like that inside the window.
So nobody outside with him either?
No, none of that either.
Did you see anybody walk in either on either side, coming north or south from where he was?
I'm sorry. No. From north or south, there was nobody walking. I didn't see anybody with him. He was just by himself. He really looked like somebody that was kind of changing his tire, but kind of just finished up. But again, kind of also looks like he just got there because that front door.
Everything else? All right, so we're gonna get somebody else to come in here and show you these pictures. So give us a minute. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right. I guess the last question: did he appear? His clothes. What state would you say? Normal, dirty, clean? Remember anything specific about that?
He was wearing a black shirt. So with the black shirt that.
Okay. So he He's interviewed by the news and the police in the blue shirt. He claims he hasn't changed, but they caught him on camera dumping shit at the dumpster in a red shirt. Now we have a black shirt.
That he was wearing inside his mugshot was like the closest I could say that like it looked at the material. So I don't know if he even changed his clothes like when it came to that mugshot and that, or if he just rewore a short if he has multiple of the shirts. So he didn't look dirty. He didn't look like he just walked through anything. He didn't have any like, stickers all over him. I didn't see any of that.
Could you tell if he was sweaty or anything like that? Or
No, he kind of looked like he just got out of his car, where I couldn't say that because, like, I don't know if he has AC in his car, but, he didn't have a jacket on, he had these jeans, so.
Judith.
Yeah, I'm sorry for just trailing.
That's okay. So you only saw the spare tire that's on his car. You didn't see an additional, like, the original tire that would be on it?
There was no original tire that would be on it, and there was no car jack, no car stand or anything like that. Just what he was using to change the tire was the iron. It was like a 4.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, but give us 1 second.
Like in the one mugshot, he's wearing like the plastic white outfit. Hold up. Let me see.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm okay too. All right. All right. So I'm going to do a photo lineup, okay? I have some instructions to read to you, okay? All right. So you're going to be asked to view a group.
Okay, so just a minute. Let me show you guys what I was talking about. I just Googled his name and mugshot. But we know in this one, he's wearing this plastic hoodie or jumpsuit, that they gave him. But I guess he means like in this outfit, this shirt here, it was that material, not that color. He said that material. But this blue shirt here in the interview is the one that he claimed he was wearing and he hadn't changed out of. Whenever, again, they busted him on camera. I mean, one of you guys put in chat a minute ago, oh, here we go. This black shirt here. One of you guys put in here a minute ago, there are cameras everywhere. You can't get away with stuff like this these days. And that's exactly what happened. And thank God he was caught on camera so many different places doing a lot of different shit, whether it was putting her in the trunk, having her slouched over unnaturally up front, or dumping all of her stuff in the dumpster. Thankfully he was caught on camera every step along the way.
Both
pretty
photos
much.
of individuals, okay? It is just as important to clear, if you want to read it as well, clear innocent persons from suspicion as to identify guilty parties. The person of interest may or may not be in this photo lineup, and the photos are not in any particular order, okay?
Thank you, Sean.
I do not know whether the person being investigated is included in the group. Individuals presented in the photo group may not appear exactly as they did on the day of the incident because features such as head and facial hair are subject to change. You should not feel like you have to make an identification. If you do identify someone, I will have you designate the photograph of the person you have identified. Regardless of whether you make the identification, we will continue to investigate the incident. The photos will be shown to you simultaneously and are not in any particular order. Take as much time as you need to examine the photos. Since this is an ongoing investigation, you should not discuss the identification procedures or results. Okay? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'm gonna have you initial right here. Okay. Thank you. And so I'm gonna leave this pen with you. You can circle the page. Okay.
Pointer Lover says this guy sure did pay attention to details. And you know what? He didn't even there's really no reason. If it was me, I don't think I would have caught so many details because it's just nothing that you don't see every day, like maybe somebody changing a flat or whatever. There's no particular reason to pay such close attention. Thank God that he did, because yeah, I don't think I could have relayed this like this amount of information. I'd just be living in my own world, listening to something while I'm driving, like in my headphones, or listening to the kids in the back, or trying to reach back and open this or pick this up, or all the things that you do as a busy parent. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just thank God.
I'm going to go out there,
Mhm.
so you can take as much time as you need. Okay?
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, you can knock on the door and let me know that you're ready. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. No.
Dude.
Oh yeah, we don't have cameras all around my town like that at all. Which I live in the country, like the coastal country, but the country. And in West Virginia, I lived in the country, and there wasn't cameras like that around either. Now, don't have to drive too far to get to that, but yeah.
Awesome. That was quick. All right, so the photo lineup I was shown consisted of how many photos?
6.
Go ahead and write that. Were you able to identify them?
The one person, yeah, I don't know who the other
Okay.
people were.
Okay, so just check mark there. Make a check.
Check.
Yep.
Okay.
And then what number was it? Okay. And this is the person who did what? Or that you saw what?
Am I able to go over to, or no?
Yeah. That's okay. It's on the side. Sorry. Okay.
What day was last Monday?
I know that it's like a really long road. I don't know how busy it is. I'd be curious to know, because I don't think I've heard anything about that so far. I mean, I remember like during the interview that when he says like what road, I forget what they are you describing it by a number. And the cop's like, that's a long road. Like that, which part? But I don't know. Curious to know that.
26.
And this is 192.
Okay. And then your signature right here. Awesome. And then the date.
Today's the 4th.
You are correct. Okay. Thank you so much. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Thomas.
Thomas.
Thank
Carrie.
you.
All right. Just wait here, and I'm sure.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. So, like I told you over the phone, all I can do is ask. If media reaches out to you, anybody reaches out to you about this case, refer them to us.
That's
Try
what I
not
did.
Try not to answer any
She
questions.
tried saying that, like, oh, you don't need the permission to give an interview, and I'm like, I don't want to interfere with their investigations. So, I won't talk to anybody.
Yeah, like I said, I can't tell you what to do. All I can do is ask.
I'm not going to be
You know.
looking to reach out to anybody, but if anybody
Appreciate
reaches
it.
out, that's what I'll do. I advise them to you.
All right. The time is 3:30.
Well, I guess people found him from that Facebook post, and that's how they had asked him for an interview. I'm glad he doesn't want to jeopardize the investigation. We will see him at trial, and we'll get to hear. And maybe that's why that post I can't find that post. Maybe it's totally gone. But I would like to see the pictures and stuff. Military Ma, I like your name, says, I want to say that if that happened here in my small town, he probably would have gotten away with it. There are no cameras at all around here. Yeah, that's scary. That is scary. All right, now let's go back, like I said, to some of these, because I was flipping through these and it just took me back to the time. So these are from when in real time we were talking about this bulletin they put out. Stephen Stearns was seen driving this silver car. Yes, Highway 192, in the area of Highway 192 and Old Hickory Tree Road. He is believed to have had a flat tire and may have been seen changing it in this area. Then we have, her mom sharing about Maddie on Facebook. Please share. Please bring Maddie home. Maddie at her birthday party. We're just going to flip through because, just think that there's a few things I want to talk about with you guys. Please help me find my daughter. Any information helps. She's sharing, with the case number and the tip line, the crime line. Then she shares in Spanish. Missing child, Madeline Sophia Soto. Age 13, blonde hair, blue eyes, 5'1". Last seen walking to the middle school around 8:45 a.m. Wearing a dark green hoodie, black shorts, and white Crocs. Which, I don't know. I wish she would have looked around and noticed that one of the Crocs was in her room. But, yeah. Hey, hippie chick. Okay. So we were looking at these old pictures of Stefan. Tatiana Wallace. Remember, this is Maddie's dad's wife. Help us find Maddie. My stepdaughter, Madeline, has been missing for more than 72 hours. With Stephen Stearns behind bars, we can concentrate on finding her. Where are you, baby girl? My heart hurts. Your mother, father, your entire family, and I just want to know if you are okay. Please come home safe. You are truly loved and missed. We will keep a candle in the window. I love you, Madeline. I wonder if they still have the candle in the window. Hey, Queen Bella. Here is his. This is Discord or Reddit? It's a Reddit, I think. I don't know. It was his name on a bunch of different things, and it's hard for me to know by just looking at the screenshot. Okay, I guess Reddit, yeah. So because here he is going back and forth with people on Reddit. Which we looked at all this. We're not going to read through it now. Just flipping through what we were talking about then. So this is another picture off of Twitter. That's why it says Twitter at the bottom. I guess I was just taking screenshots of, I always loved that photo. That is one thing Military Ma mentions. When I lived out in the country, a lot of people had cameras pointing at their property. That's the one place like I've seen them the most when it comes to being out in the country is like around farms and stuff. You'll see that. Ask Reddit. How do you feel about parents snooping on their kids' messages if they think their kids are up to something bad? Sustenance. I don't have to defend my parenting methods at all. We've only had to snoop once because my stepdaughter's cousin came to us and told us she had been talking to an older girl online on Roblox and that the girl had been pressing my 10-year-old stepdaughter to send her nudes. Remember, in his interview, he talks about the one, I wonder if this is the incident he was talking about. That required an inspection of her devices by her mother and verifying whether or not it was true and whether anyone else had approached her or anything else dangerous might be happening. Then we had a conversation with her about the dangers of doing those things, the laws against it, and how not everyone online is who they say they are. So tell me, did we handle that wrong? Do you think she hates us for it? What is your expert opinion on that situation? All right, I forgot. I don't give a flying fuck about your opinion on the matter because you have literally zero fucking experience and your opinion is worthless. In all caps. Thanks for trying, though. Okay. Lovely to see you doing the parenting. No cameras inside our home, but they're surrounding the entire outside perimeter. I'm too paranoid and I've seen too much to have them inside. Right. Well, I have one in my living room that faces the front door, but it shows like the whole like couch area, and really that's it, the front door. But I got 5 acres and cameras all over, Mark says. Smart. Let's see. The last study I read says the average person is on camera 36 times a day. Businesses, Ring, security cameras, traffic cameras. Well, I'm glad you said that because now it doesn't even really have to be traffic cameras, red light cameras, speeding cameras, whatever, anything like that. Businesses even, because residential Ring cameras are everywhere now. Everywhere. We have cameras inside and outside. Why so aggressive? I know, Riley. I agree. 36 times a day. All right. So here's just a post of the area where she was found and the fence with where they started that memorial, and it got bigger. Actually, now I don't know where I saw this, but now there's someone doing like these locks where people are buying locks with like Maddie's name on it and stuff like that and hanging them on this fence. I can't remember where I saw that though. There's more of the memorial, just some photos I had saved back then. Screenshots of his social media. But I want to get past that. This is a transcription of, I believe, when her grandma did that interview, but also Jen interviewed with Spanish media. Here's a comment that someone left on Gray Hughes's page, and I thought this was interesting when I read it this morning again, which we've talked about it in the past, but they say, I was really good friends with Stefan, was with him a weekend prior to this and just about every weekend before. I consider this man a good friend. He has been in my house around my kids. I never got this vibe. We just used to chill, smoke a joint, play tabletop RPG and card games. This is wild. Sorry, Rambo's so loud drinking water over there. I just found out today a lot of things make sense now. The Adderall addiction, the never eating, the saying he missed Madeline when he came back down here, how he was trying to get back up there like 2 weeks after he was back. Come on, Rambo. Sorry, you guys. Hey, Birdie's Crime Chat. Sorry, you guys. All right. Now, this person says, whoa, this part is sick too. The executive director of the sheriff's office posted a selfie with Stefan Stearns to her Facebook, to her personal Facebook page. So then there was a lot of talk going on at the time of how these a few officers. So here is from Orlando from this Orlando newspaper. Osceola sheriff apologizes after posting photo of dead body on Instagram. Office would not say whether it depicts Madeline Soto as critics of Marcus Lopez are suggesting. I just don't understand how, okay, if it's your work phone, you probably shouldn't be on your Instagram. Maybe logged into the sheriff department's Instagram, but if you're taking photos for evidence, I don't feel like, anybody, I think they should just be on the camera or the device and then that's it. Then you use your personal device. I don't know. There's just something that isn't right about that. Maybe I'm wrong, but just as an outsider looking in, Mark, if you're still here, let me know like your thoughts on this situation. How does this even happen? I don't get it. Yeah, and thank you so much for your input. So the Office of Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez issued an apology after a photo of a body was posted to the sheriff's Instagram page, prompting an online uproar. The photo, which the Orlando newspaper received but will not publish, was of a body wearing a green top and blue jeans lying beneath a mound of brush, and appeared to have been posted to his Instagram page on Saturday, along with images of a community event for seniors hosted by the sheriff. The photo was posted a day after the corpse of 13-year-old Madeline Soto was found in St. Cloud. So was he taking photos on his personal device and he accidentally uploaded it when he's like promoting this event he's doing? A separate photo, a selfie of agency executive director Nerva Rodriguez in front of Stefan, the prime suspect in Madeline's disappearance, was posted to her personal Facebook page with the caption written in Spanish translated to, "If God's love has been poured out over your life, don't allow evil to keep you away from what he has prepared for you." It appears to have been taken seconds before Stearns was videoed being placed in the back of a patrol car. Now remember, I just showed you guys this post from Twitter about this. The second photo also drew criticism. Both images have since been deleted. And here is that photo. I don't know why it looks so blurry there. Wait, let me see. There we go. Rambo, I know. He's crazy. Crazy, I tell ya. They should never be on your personal phone. Don't understand it. I would guess he took what some officers call trophy shots. Happens a lot in drug cases, showing drugs and money. If he took pics like this, he should be canned. That makes perfect sense. And yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like when you'll even see these pictures like on Instagram or not Instagram, on the newspaper and stuff sometimes when like a bust happens and it'll have like all the drugs on the bed of the house that was raided or whatever. I mean, but you know what? If it's your personal phone, it's one thing to do it over like drugs and money and stuff, but it's a whole nother thing when it's 13-year-old child. Here's old Stefan and his buddies when he was younger, looking like the biggest douche ever. Look at his hair. Ugh, gross. I'm sorry. Again, Nerva. And then after that, it goes into Sebastian stuff because they remembered they were missing, or they went missing on the same day. Unfortunately, Sebastian is still missing. And then it went into a couple other things. But Jen Soto inconsistencies. Court TV was putting this out, she told local news that Maddie was spotted on this camera at 9 a.m. She said she last spoke to her daughter on Sunday, but she also tells deputies she saw her the morning of Monday, February 26th. Those things, we've talked about that in depth. People sharing at her vigil. Let's just see. We'll just flip through a little more until we get to like the next time I go to another case, and then I'll probably let you guys go. I really just wanted to go through this dude's interview, and then also these couple things with the sheriff's department posting that, and then, you know, the photo of Stefan and how that got criticism. Here are all of his charges. Or not all of them. This is just 30 of them. The first 30 aren't in the screenshot. There they are. Disgusting. Familial. Stefan Stearns has been charged with 60 additional heinous crimes against a child. Some of them go back to 2019. This is sickening and heartbreaking from Annie Elise. She shared that. Then we have just the charges. Update. New charges filed. And then this is during Riley Strain. So remember, we marked the calendar for the dates that were actually in the indictment. I believe there are many, many more that aren't dated in that indictment. And that's just my opinion. I know that we talked about this recently, and it seemed there was some evidence that kind of made that appear to be the case. Remember, the first time takes place one day after this photo, where this baby doesn't even want to put her hand on his head while she's sitting on his shoulders. And look at him. He's just so disgusting. Completely in heaven. Preying on this, in my opinion, he did groom and prey on both of them, unless she, you know, there's more that we don't know yet. I think even if, because to me, I think she holds some responsibility regardless of intention. I've always told you guys that. I think the impact outweighs her intentions no matter what they were. But even then, I still think, you know, she's the perfect person for a guy like this to date. Insecure, mental health issues, young, beautiful daughter. It's just insane. But you guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I have to go get the little ones. Yeah, thank you for being here. The mods will be back soon, very soon, like within the next live or so. I just have to make a couple decisions of how exactly I want to do things. I know that I'm going to probably have a couple mods on my Patreon, which would also be on my second channel. Remove all the ones that are on the second channel that will be on the first channel. I'm not going to have any overlap. I don't know. I just have some decisions to make as far as that goes. But yeah, thank you guys for being here and listening to me go through this. I've missed you. It's been a few days. It's been a hectic few days. Like, I'm so ready for the next few to be a lot more calm. Oh my gosh. But yeah. And I don't know if there was anything else I wanted to say about that. I think there was, but I can't remember right off the top of my head what it even was. You know what, NYC baby boomer, or NYC boomer, I'm glad you bring that up, because I was watching last night about this hurricane coming, and it is so scary. I hope you guys in Florida are prepared or evacuated if you need to be. I know the mayor of Tampa was on CNN, and she said, if you don't leave, you will die. And I'm not just saying that. I've never said that in my entire career, but it's going to be really bad, and Tampa is not ready for it. They haven't had a hurricane like this in 100 years. So yeah, you guys, please be safe. Please evacuate if you can and you're in the area. I know that would be a really hard decision to make, but I think it's just the safest bet right now. And thank you to you guys for being here for me, having my back, supporting me. Thank you to the mods, even though you didn't have to mod today. I still appreciate you so much. I really do. Appreciate all of you. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely day. I will see you again tomorrow, and we'll talk about something. But yeah. All right, you guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.